Hey folks, Mike here with a review of Doom 2016. Yes, here I am several months later. I've finally sunk in 8 hours and completed this game. So real quick, I'm not going to spoil anything. The gameplay you're watching is just about half an hour into the game. So this is just after most of the tutorials have gone through. So there really isn't anything spoiler-like here for you guys. So anyways, Doom 2016. Pretty popular game. Game of the year for some people, I'm sure. Definitely top 10 for most. And if you look at traditionally if you look at reboots and stuff like that, this should not have been one of those games, A lot of reboots and reimagining of games tend to be pretty poor, and yet here we are praising this Doom game for actually getting a lot of things right, which, yeah, pretty surprising in a lot of ways. So, the first big thing, well, I was gonna say an example of a reboot. Look at Doom 3. Not necessarily a reboot, but they brought back the franchise in kind of a different direction, which I don't think a lot of people necessarily agreed with that one. I certainly didn't find Doom 3 to be bad per se. I think had they called it something other than Doom, it would have been potentially better received. Oh, I guess I don't have a grenade mapped. I thought I had one mapped. Oh, I do have one. Anyways, the issues with playing and talking live, I suppose, right? Yeah, not a bad game by any means, but not a great game either. That Doom 3, it was very slow paced, very deliberate, more realistic, and because of that, it just didn't hit all the right notes. It didn't feel like a new Doom game, because if you think about Doom, you remember it being this really fast-paced, almost a shoot 'em up in some ways. Okay. Alright, zombies around the corner. Oh, zombies. Not really zombies, eh? Yeah, that game. It went in a direction that a lot of people would agree was not ideal for the franchise. So, here we are, 2016, new Doom game comes out. You're kind of like, if they make it good, sure, why not? And yeah, turns out they actually did make it really good. So, gameplay is the first thing I'll mention, right? Their previous attempt at Doom. Oh, there we go. There's some story stuff there. Just got a codec entry for the imps. I go to the map. I feel like I'm jumping in circles, so I have to commit this way. Yeah. Pretty sure there's a. Nope, that's where I came from. Actually, that is not where I came from. That's above where I came from. There's a nest down here I'm trying to find. And I might not be heading the right way. Am I not heading the right way? Nope. Apparently not. Anyways, again, problems with doing videos live. Right? We'll go somewhere else. I'll figure this out later. So yeah, the previous Doom, very slow paced, very kind of almost tactical, like survival horror kind of deal. Not great. Not the most fun thing in the world. Not terrible either, right? Not offensively bad. This game, however, well, shit, I kind of got everything right. You know, you look at a lot of modern games, you have your recharging health, you have your, you know, you gotta kind of hold back, stay in cover system kind of deal. And then you have Doom who comes along, is like, actually no, let's go out and really, you know, kind of redefine how some of these shooters work, right? Let's have you push forward for combat. You know, when you first saw the glory kill system that they're showing, oh, these quick time events, a lot of people were dismissing them, and you know, myself included. Yeah, it looked kind of cheesy, kind of dumb. You know, the fact that I can sit here and just like one-click murder some people or some enemies and kind of be on my way. Well, it turns out no, the game was designed with that in mind, and so that's one of the main ways to heal up, right? You keep fighting. You don't sit back and, you know, hope that you're gonna recharge health anytime soon. And it also means you don't have to do like the original Doom. You don't have to run around and attempt to find some you know, trying to find some health backs on the ground, stuff like that. So it's a way to get you to really keep the aggression up and really encourage you to push forwards and be aggressive. So, you know, that gameplay aspect works really well. The game itself has some really nice progression as well as you, you know, move forwards throughout the story, throughout the campaign. They slowly introduce different enemies. They slowly introduce different weapons as well. You get the ability to unlock various upgrades to your guns. The upgrades are really nice because they allow you to kind of specialize your weapon for, you know, something you're better at. So if you're not particularly good at say aiming, like you saw, one of the upgrades that I picked up earlier was the micro missiles for the machine gun. So that allows me to, yeah, if my aim wasn't particularly good, that allows me to get more damage done because they're basically homing missiles. So I don't have any cards, do I? Alright, let's go. Let's see. Don't believe I can go up there yet. I should be able to go down there. So similar with, you know, that Argent energy there that I just picked up, the suit up, not the suit upgrade necessarily, but my stat upgrade. If you don't tend to switch over to, you know, the chainsaw to pick up a lot of ammo like this, you can spec your suit to be a little bit better in terms of carrying more ammo. And so the nice part about that is, you know, if you're like me, I don't tend to switch weapons very often. I'll go through all the ammo in one gun, switch to another. I kind of forgot about the whole, yeah, the whole weapon switching aspect. Alright, that's a scripted event. Oh hey, I think that's the first time you meet one of these. Or close to one of the first times you meet one of these in the game. Second time, I believe. First time you meet them, you actually meet them in a small area, which freaking difficult to deal with them in small areas. Oh. The shotgun grenade reload time is pretty long. I'm not used to it. Anyways. So yeah, the upgrades are nice, right? They allow you to tune weapons based on kind of your gameplay. Whoa, hey, that was a jump scare per se, but that doesn't happen very often. Oh no, I missed it. There, that's what I wanted to hit. Oh no, this is body despawning, making that noise. So yeah, you can kind of tune yourself to more to either bolster some of your weaknesses or boost where you're good at. So I like the idea of having the upgrades as well. You know, again, you looked at original Doom, and that was kind of a side thing, or the original Dooms didn't really do that kind of thing. Story, like if you want to have a lot of information, there's a lot of data logs, stuff on monsters, even your various areas. There's all sorts of entries and information. The game itself has a decent story that explains kind of everything going on, which again, surprising for a Doom game, right? You wouldn't think of Doom as a game with story, but here we are talking about it because it's really good. Like, it's really good because you know what Doom is all about, right? It's just about basically murdering stuff. That's kind of the extent of Doom, really. Going around killing demons and whatnot. And the game knows that, right? The game is aware of that. You're aware of that. Everyone's aware of that. And they go out of their way to make sure that everybody's aware of that. Yeah, you're the Doom Slayer. That's what you do. You just slay demons, stuff. That's what you want. And so that's what you get. Let's see. Is there? There's no. Probably a lot of stuff around here. So that's great. The fact that they're able to also fit in a story that doesn't really get in the way. It's not really like a huge part of the game, but it's there for the folks who are into that. I think that's a really nice touch. Yeah, like I said, it's actually kind of interesting. It does leave room for the sequel, which, well, we know is coming out soon. Oh hey, it's one of these guys. Come on. Ooh. Kind of tough to deal with in small hallways.
Demonic threats reduced by 50%.
I think that's about it. I think one of the things I really like is the game does progress very nicely, though. You know, you get to, like, that Hell Knight. You see them early on like this. They're kind of a big thing to deal with. But as you start playing more and more, as you start getting better, you start getting more upgrades. You start realizing that actually they're not that bad to deal with. You also get a better arsenal to deal with them. So yeah, they almost become a non-issue later on. At least right now. Yeah, it is a bit of an event every time I see one, because they really are not too trivial to deal with. Come on. A bunch of guys up here. And I think that's about it. I don't really have much more to add, so we'll close this up, hit the 50-minute mark, and I think we'll call it a day. Yeah, I figure there's going to be another one of these. That's kind of what they do with these new enemies. They give you the opportunity to deal with them almost one-on-one. And after you get used to them, then you start seeing them spawning in like a normal enemy. Oh, that dude just got smoked. So yeah, that's Doom. Oh, I suppose I could quickly sneak in the music. Check out the interview. There's an interview Mick Gordon did, who did music on this game. He was told no heavy metal guitar, because that's what you would expect out of this game. That's what you expect out of a new Doom. And they wanted something different. which is why this game is so freaking good for music as well. I should probably spend more time talking about it, but we have hit that 15-minute mark, and I think that's a good place to end it. So, check his interview out. He did some phenomenal work on this game. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time.